over Easter weekend, a heist happened,
Oh, really? Oh, that's bad.
and it wasn't for eggs.
And it wasn't
It
for
wasn't
eggs. Oh
eggs.
my god.
So the thing is, the largest cash heist in LA's history was committed Easter weekend.
That's crazy. I wonder what exactly. I wonder what exactly happened. And first off, what did they steal?
Cash.
Cash.
Cold
Okay.
hard
Cold hard
cash.
cash. Okay.
So how much money do you think they stole
I would say like
for
probably
that to be the largest?
to be the largest, probably a few million.
Yeah, a few million, definitely. They haven't exactly counted it all up, but apparently it was close to $30 million was stolen in this, as they put it, elaborate operation. And this happened Easter Sunday at the San Fernando Valley Money Storage Facility. Yeah.
A money storage facility. So I'm assuming that people came in, broke in, stole a bunch of cash, and then just left.
Yep, that's how a heist goes, yes.
Oh, it's crazy to think about because, like, how did this even come up?
So there's a whole mystery side of it, and we'll get more into that portion in a second after you consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. We come out with interesting videos like this one daily. So if you want to stay up to date with interesting topics like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So as you can see here, there are those armored trucks. So it was like a facility that took in like a lot of the money from the area, from local businesses, and stored it there. The crazy thing is that they said only a few people knew that all this money was there.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
so it was an
wasn't-
inside job.
Either that or like they leaked some information or something and they knew.
Oh, dang, that's crazy.
So the other crazy thing is that like how do you think they would get in?
I would assume that they would have to break a wall or they would have to do something, but I would imagine
Oh.
that a place as secure to hold money would be like reinforced.
Yeah, so you're actually pretty onto something because they did try to go break through the wall, but they didn't make it all the way through the safe. So the wall, as you can see here, is now covered up by a plywood and some 2x4s. But before that, it was broken into. They tried to go through that way, but that's not how they got in. They got in from the ceiling.
From the ceiling?
Yep.
Okay.
Completely like spy style.
Yeah, I
They
was
went
about
through
to
the
say.
ceiling to get into this safe. They think that this was done by an expert crew of people because of the way it was done.
It does remind you of like those old spy movies where they're coming down into the safe and then they have like the stethoscope and probably like trying to unlock huge safe.
Yeah, the thing is that they still are unclear how they avoided the alarm system. But
That is true because that place is probably like heavily like has a lot of alarms, cameras, and a bunch of other stuff.
yeah, you would think with this much money. However, the story thickens even before only a few people knew, right? And they went through this, tried to go through the side, didn't work, went through the ceiling, that's where it happened. But you said alarms, right? So the crazy thing is that an alarm did go off,
Oh, really?
and you would think they probably were stopped then. No,
That's crazy.
they hit the one alarm that did go off was triggered during the crime, but it wasn't connected to local law enforcement. The one alarm they set off didn't trigger anything.
That's crazy. Okay, that's
This
on
is
them.
This is internal alarm.
Yeah, that's on them for not having that one alarm there. But I mean, who could predict that one alarm that they set off would not be connected?
I think the crazy thing is that there probably would be security guards there.
Yeah,
At the
just
facility.
roaming. Yeah,
Roaming the facility or
or
watching
even just
cameras.
flashing the flashlights, walking around.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the thing, this looks like an unmarked office building or warehouse.
Yeah,
So you wouldn't really be able to tell from these pictures, like, oh, this is.
But there had to have been a security guard there or someone.
Someone had to be
just
there.
walking
But
around.
it could be an inside job.
Oh, that's true.
He-
All the
they
footage
might have known.
mysteriously disappeared.
I'm not
of
sure
that
about
night.
that, but the crazy thing is that the as you would, the police showed up and they're like, oh, you know, we got to look at everything. And as they find out right now, they're not really finding too much evidence. So they're talking about how a slightest mistake, like you could get DNA from it, but they think that this crew was like elite level because they are not really finding anything on them.
Really? Dang,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I think that if they're at that level, it's like not leaving fingerprints, not leaving hair, not leaving anything noticeable of a mark, of tools. Yeah.
I mean, the tools obviously, like,
Oh, well, I mean the
get-
tools.
breaking
Yeah.
down the wall and stuff. I mean, yeah, this is pretty wild because, like, you know, you went through the top, trying to go through the top. I mean, that's what they did, and then took all the money out. And right now they're trying to figure out how they're gonna spend the money because
They're marked.
they're all serialized. All the money has serial numbers on it.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to figure out where this money, or like what numbers are associated with the money, so they can try to kind of track down where it's going. So, but I mean, with a crew that is very like, you know, meticulous and trying to like hide themselves, I don't know when this money's gonna pop up or where it's gonna pop up.
That's true. That's true. It always makes me wonder because, like, if you go to a gas station, they're not going to really check your bills.
That's true. Well, yeah, but then they'll at some point the bills will go to a facility, and then at that point, I think it'll get checked.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you know, well, this is such a high profile crime, they'll definitely find it. Like, who did it? You know, like they must be able to. And you would be wrong.
Dang.
You'd be wrong. So I said this is the largest cash robbery.
Yeah. Just a pure cash.
Pure
Yeah.
cash. So one of the largest overall in terms of value robberies in LA was actually a Brinks semi truck, where in 2022 a Brinks big rig, as they put it, was traveling on the Grapevine and it was at a truck stop, and this thing was carrying $100 million
Whoa.
in jewels and
That's
valuables.
crazy.
So this huge this truck carrying a lot of stuff stopped, and then they waited until the truck driver went inside to go grab some food, and the other truck driver was sleeping,
Oh, and then they got it.
and they stole everything
You know, it's
at
so,
the gas station.
It's so crazy. I have been hearing that a lot of truck drivers, by the way, this is more recent. A lot of truck drivers have been getting robbed, especially at the station, and they're trying to implement newer security measures to stop some of these thefts that are happening. But yeah, I could totally see that happening. Like for $100 million worth of jewels.
Yeah, so what happened was that they lost 20 large bags stuffed with jewels and gems and other items that the tractor trailer was transporting. This heist took 27 minutes. So there was a 27-minute window where one of the drivers was sleeping and the other driver was eating a meal at the rest stop, or like the gas station.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing is that, like I hinted at before, crime remains unsolved.
That's
Nobody
crazy.
knows
Where
what
the jewels
where the
went.
jewels went, who the people were, anything like that. And you would think, like, oh, you know, we have all this technology, like, and you would think that there's like
Cameras,
big
everything,
eyes,
yeah.
like big eyes on this, where like, oh, you know, this is a big deal with like $100 million. Like, that's not like, oh, you know, a small amount of money.
No, it's a large amount of money. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, well, because like there's a whole like two sides of thing where like at one point, you know, you don't want to be too loud of like, oh, if you have too much security and you're like too showy, people might think like, oh, like obviously target that thing because like there's obviously something valuable in there.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be too showy, but on the other hand, like this could happen where like it's just gone.
That's true.
So yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. I think that it's got to be an inside job.
100% it has to be an inside job.
It's got to be.
Someone's probably like very few people knew about the location. Very few people knew like where
maybe
to
like
target.
maybe like a hacker or something. Maybe took out the cameras or something. There must be like some sort of other like aspect that they're not thinking about right here. Like that either it was an inside job because only a certain number of people knew.
I do wonder if they get caught, if they'll release how they did it.
Oh, there's no way.
Because that will happen
like,
in other locations.
They're not gonna get caught. That's the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, right now the whole idea is that they're gonna go try to look for other crimes that happened around the same time frame. Like so, like in the next couple of years, if any other crimes happen in terms of like big money facilities being targeted, they're around the world. They're gonna be like, okay, maybe these people are using the same techniques, and they're gonna try to build a case based on that. But I mean, this was a really big heist, so I don't know how much time is gonna pass before the next one. So I think I think you mentioned it before that this could be a whole movie.
Yeah, it could be something like that. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I think they really, how like all the people were like inspired by Breaking Bad. I feel like this is another inspiration that
a heist movie. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, like for like crime doesn't pay, but like they got away with it.
The old spy movies. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, all the bank heist like things.
Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11. I mean, this is basically Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
If this was like at a casino or something like much more high profile than this, I think it would be pretty crazy. But I mean, this is probably the best one where it's like so low profile that like it's not like very large, but like the money was very good.
Yeah.
So perfect combination. But let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let us know your theories on who did it. I feel it must have been like insider job of like either the security guards there did something or like leaked some information or like maybe some cyber stuff. Who knows? But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below.